Hi guys, it's Randi Rijkveld from OCDROPOUTS. I basically have no life motivation, so that's why I sound bored. Okay, today I wanted to share with you my today I wanted to share today I wanted to share my story about how I got my compulsions and what they actually are. This is the main thing with the OCD that's been bothering me, but I have like I told in the first video, many more mental diseases. I'm not motivated to do anything. See, here's the thing with life. It has pushed me back so many times. I wanted to commit suicide so many times. But you push through. You go, and you get mentally tired more. Besides that, I have the same routine every day, and people in the world have the same thing too. They go through the same things as me. I'm just a person in the world who is just a person and who has. So I am not complaining. But all this. But well, if you listen to my podcast I had before, if you have listened to the podcast I had before, you would know that I thought I had a muscle disease, but it's caused by anxiety. I actually do have a muscle disease, but it's called. Okay, I was a member of the Mormon Church. I'm actually an ex-Mormon, but I don't care. When I still was a heavy Mormon believer, they told us not to do anything that was against the law. So back then, me and my friends were against downloading music, and I always waited for the traffic lights when they were red. I remember making music when I was about 16, and I didn't want to use illegal samples or stolen because that would get your production in troubles anyway. So I agree on that. I didn't want to work with illegal things. My friends used what the My friends used to crack computer programs, installing without paying for it, and I never did that. Later on, I refused to listen to music that was touched with illegality because it discomforted me. That was like I didn't listen to any music that had illegal samples in it or was produced with a crack program or any kind of stuff. So later on, when I was 19, things became worse. I forgot that I had this type of OCD, and I unknowingly downloaded some samples that me and my friends made songs with. When I found out a year later that these samples had been distributed illegally, and I was devastated. Also at the same time, the Mormon bishop told me that needs break the law. So if you need anything, you can go against the law, which makes no sense because the law of life is law. But when you have OCD, there seem to be 20,000 new laws. Okay, I wanted to make music with a good message for God, so in God's eyes I wasn't doing anything illegal back then. So I started to just download music again without paying for it. Spotify was not popular yet. So I was downloading music, so everything I heard was in my head illegal. I was listening to a famous Dutch artist. At a point I couldn't take it anymore because the music I listened to made me feel infected by illegality. It was like my mind started to over it was like my mind started to overthink by itself. So now every time I was listening or thinking about the situation that involved illegal music, I needed to stop and redo everything over again. For example, I was writing a letter and thought about something from 3 years ago that involved or had that contagious illegality. I also listened to an artist who pressured his voice while talking. I started to imitate that because it was easier with my muscle situation to talk like that. I am infected by OCD. This all resulted in me feeling infected whenever I hold or pressure something, like my voice. It's very hard for me to breathe at times, and see, it happened again. And it happened again. So also hard for me to press buttons. So there you have it. This is why people see me on my telephone and I'm like holding my breath by every thing I do because of the OCD. I don't have words for this. And this has been this has been going on for a time, and I still made music, producing with the little knobs, and making music is making music in general is really hard. But when you have this kind of OCD and you can't do anything with breathing out, But when you can't do anything when you're breathing out, it makes making music really hard. And I wrote all these OC Dropouts articles also without breathing out, so it took me hours and hours to. While doing that, when thinking about something of the past that was illegal, I had to do it all over again. So this articles of OC Dropouts took me days, half a year to write, and I did it for you guys to learn something from it. But I am mentally broken. No, man, that's not the fucking word. That's not the fucking word. I'm mentally done. I'm mentally tired. I'm not mentally here anymore. I just did this for all the people with OCD to learn from it, and I gave my all to write these articles and do everything. I broke my mind, literally. I have headaches all the time. I'm tired. I don't have anything. I'm sitting here in front of a camera. The worst part about this always, this is life. Compulsions never stop. When I wake up in the morning and I want to turn my telephone on, I have to hold the button. Almost goes wrong. When I go to sleep, I have no hope for the next day because I don't know what I can do. I don't know what my capacity will be. I even have trouble making this fucking video. It's Randi Rijkveld. Follow me on Instagram. I usually say I write positive articles, but I'm gonna be real from this day on. If I'm not positive, I'm not. However, there are lots of positive articles on my Instagram, so check me out.